Ella, I think your perspective applies to both men and women,
I
right?
know only date women though, so
I understand. And, I only date men. So, speaking from a woman's perspective, I think you can also run into men who have dealt with so many bad women or bad relationships or gone through so much that they become callous, that they're no longer open, that they're no longer,
that's
ready
true.
and able to be receptive to someone who may be good in their life. So I
That's
don't think it is a woman or a man thing. I think it's a person by person thing, right? And how people deal with trauma and neglect and being hurt or going through certain situations, how they internalize it and decide to deal with that.
Bo, can I ask you something, Bo? Last time I seen this show, I seen you and Darwin go into it, and we was talking about relationships and marriage. And you was like, why does it always have to be such a negative perspective? But you just did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We know that a woman don't need to just depend on a man for like that's a given. Like we know that she needs her own independence. Like we're talking about the positive aspects of needing each other. So I just feel like you kind of shifted it to
Yeah, I agree with everybody that said that they need that need is because I view need as necessity or required. Like I think I'm necessary or required in my children's life. I think my wife is necessary and required in my children's life. Um, I couldn't see now. I'm not viewing it as I'm gonna die if you walk out the door tomorrow and I won't be able to exist. That's not how I view that word. So essential for survival, maybe if is that the definition of how y'all use the need, but that's not how I'm using it. I'm using it as just necessary, require, uh, something that I would prefer to have, even though that kind of is the same definition of want. The word want is in the definition of need when I was just looking it up just to make sure I wasn't because it would say require something because essential or very important, expressing necessary or obligation in circumstances, a thing that is wanted or required. So yeah, I think women need men and men need women. I think it's silly to pretend like we wouldn't exist if we didn't. And this is in an essential way. We essentially would not exist if we didn't need each other. If we didn't keep, if we weren't
can I
with
and
each other.
that's a great
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
say this real quick? I'm sorry, you still talking, my fault. I think me personally, I think we want to be needed.
Man, your boy is tired as a mug right now, but hey man, listen. The Wiz Out workshop is open and it's in full effect right now. So hey, of course I gotta go ahead and drop this video for you guys because I just saw Ill on a thumbnail of Lapeef going against Bo. So I was like, okay, then this must be nice, right? But of course, towards the end, your boy Ill kind of exposed some stuff, right? But hey man, listen, we already know. We already know we need our women. We love our women. Men are pretty much the only ones who are going to sit here and say, yes, we truly need our other half. Why? Why do we need our other half? Because they bear our children, right? They carry our legacy. Women are beautiful, right? Majestic, right? I mean, let's just keep it a beam. Let's just keep it a beam. Soft. They can be a man's safe space if they are a virtuous woman. They are a helpmeet and they are pretty much our blind side, right? So what we can't see, they will see, right? Women are pretty much there in the areas that we may lack in. We may be super tired. This is where they come into play. If we are down on our luck, this is where they come into play. And once again, being that women carry our legacy, not only are we in love with you, but we are in love with the child that you are creating in your womb. So of course, just naturally, we're going to want to love women. We're just going to want to be around women. We love a woman's presence. We love a woman's essence. Let's just keep it a beam. But let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? I think we all want to be needed or need to be wanted. I think they both kind of play on each other because if somebody needs you, they might need your money. Like a girl who's broke might need your money. A man who's homeless might need your help. So if you need more than just need. You want to be wanted. That means I have everything I need. I don't really need your money. I don't really need you, but I want you in my life. Because some people could need you for a season. You know what I'm saying? They can need you for some energy. They can need you for some type of vibe. But to be wanted is mean they're going out their way to say, no matter what, your energy and what I want you in my life. Because the need can expire. Like, okay, the lease is up. I don't need you no more. So I'd rather be wanted. You know what I'm saying? The need to be wanted. So they kind of synonymous to a degree.
I agree, most definitely. I also would say Fellas, if you ever get a chance, an opportunity to bond with a woman, I know there's a lot of guys that haven't got that opportunity. No shade or no shots, but whenever you put your woman in a space where she's able to literally get in touch with her femininity, like she's able to like be a woman, uh, she'll be able to unlock those superpowers where she'll start allowing you to mentally and emotionally and spiritually discover things and unlock things that you needed. I think women have the power to do that on astronomical scales, if they're given the space and the femininity that they can rest in to be able to unlock it. It's just in them, and it's a superpower that they have once they get away from all of the stress and the tension. So you'll have that experience. It's a beautiful experience too, and you'll be able to witness it once you start bonding with a woman that you love and she love you.
I agree with that, Doran. But at the same time, I think it's when you meet that woman. Because if you meet her before she's extremely callous, when she still got some potential, I think what you're saying is absolutely right. But there's a time you can meet a woman. I think they may not know it, but it might be too late. So even though you want to bring that out of them, they will fight it. They will deny it because they done been through so much and they done been through so much rigmarole that they don't even allow themselves to bloom that way. So I think I'm sorry. I think it's when you do it and when you meet them, before you catch them before that expiration date, when they done been, ran through, I think you have a better chance of bringing that potential out. But I think there is like a deadline sometimes. But I could be wrong.
Ella, I think your perspective applies to both men and women,
I
right?
know only date women though, so
I understand. And, I only date men. So, speaking from a woman's perspective, I think you can also run into men who have dealt with so many bad women or bad relationships or gone through so much that they become callous, that they're no longer open, that they're no longer,
that's
ready
true.
and able to be receptive to someone who may be good in their life. So I
That's
don't think it's a woman or a man thing. I think it's a person by person thing, right? And how people deal with trauma and neglect and being hurt or going through certain situations, how they internalize it and decide to deal with that. That's the biggest thing. People have to stop taking hurt and then deciding now I'm just going to build up a wall and not let anyone else hurt me.
I totally
That
agree.
doesn't leave you vulnerable, right? You're not able and open to new experiences and a new love. What you should do from it is learn from that situation. Where did you
Absolutely.
go wrong? Why did you choose this person? What actually happened in that relationship that you can change about yourself? Because at the end of the day, all we can focus on is what we do, right? I can't really control you and how you react or the things you're able to do, but I can control me, how I react to you, how I
Absolutely.
show up in a relationship. And I think more people have to learn to do that instead of deciding that they're going to just go ahead and build up a wall and now I'm callous because
I
people
agree.
hurt me.
I agree.
There is always going to be some pushback with me in particular. And I know women like me when you mention the word need as it pertains to a man. And don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I would say I need my other half all the time. And so growing up, it was drilled into my head that you need to not need a man. You need to not rely on a man because you never know what's going to happen. And this is men and women telling me this. So, but I still, got older and I was like, I need my other half. I was very delusional in this like fantasy romance type of space when it came to relationships. So I was always searching for my other half. I need this person. So now when I hear men talk about need, I completely understand it. But there's always going to be a pushback because I want men to understand that it is dangerous for certain women to rely on a man, to feel like they need a man without any sense of independence. Um, we need to have a sense of independence, yet be interdependent when we're in a relationship and not codependent. Because sometimes lack of independence in a woman leads to codependence with a man. And those are the women that feel like they need a man in in an unhealthy way. So having these conversations, I really appreciate most of you guys for having these conversations with me in an honest way and in a kind way. True and Mont specifically, the long conversations that we've had, and they've helped me understand how men view things. And now I completely understand what that need is. So, but there will always be that piece in the back of my head where I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you for my survival, but I do want you here and I desire you. But I know that men's language is they want to be needed.
Bo, can I ask you something, Bo? Last time I seen this show, I seen you and Darwin go into it, and we was talking about relationships and marriage. And you was like, why does it always have to be such a negative perspective? But you just did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We know that a woman don't need to just depend on a man for, like, that's a given. Like, we know that she needs her own independence. Like, we're talking about the positive aspects of needing each other. So I just feel like you kind of shifted it to somewhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already know the negative aspects of needing somebody. We already know that when you just can't get over them and it's this toxic addiction. We're not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Because a man could be like that for a woman. It can go either way. So I think you kind of shifted into a protect women type of. It's like you can need somebody, and it doesn't have to be like this. We know women are independent. Like, it's 2026. We know that you don't need nobody. But do we need the energy from each other? If it was that, because it wasn't the case, we wouldn't be here. It'd just all be a world of just individuals. Like, we need something innately from each other, regardless of how we can take care of ourselves financially and economically. And I just feel like you kind of shifted it to, be careful because a guy can get you type of thing. And I don't think that's what it is.
Of course, TY will say something that goes without saying. Of course. I mean, we already know this, right? We already know that, oh, well, men, I think it goes for both men and women. And guys, this is what I'm talking about. These same women will always sit here and try to hold men and women accountable, or just hold men accountable. But these women will never hold just sisters accountable, when your sisters are the one who's walking around here with all of this baggage and all of this trauma that men have to deal with, and they can't even freaking figure this shit out. They had to sit over here and bring all of this stuff over here to the man. The man has to figure it out. This is why you have women who have a crazy past getting ran through. Men have to deal with that. This is why women will have a crazy past and sit over here and have a bunch of children by a bunch of different men. Women will sit over here and shame you if you don't want to deal with single mothers. This is why they will say stepfathers are real fathers, right? That's a real man. Like, what? You don't want to date a woman with a body count, with a high body count? Guess what? Oh, well, you must not want a woman that's experienced. Oh, you must want a woman that's not experienced. That's predatory. I don't like that. You ask them what happened to the last 5 to 10 relationships. It's always the man's fault. Oh, the man did this. Oh, they put on these masks. So I'm putting up all these walls. So I'm sorry that I might be this. I might be defensive. And it's like, man, like, this is all the baggage and trauma men have to deal with. The next man has to deal with. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Women don't have to deal with that when dealing with a guy. Men deal with their hurt by isolating themselves, by being by themselves. And the issue that we have with women is that they want to, they want to tell men how to be a man when they don't even know what it means to be a man. They never had to sit over here and carry all the burden in the household with you when you're talking about having to carry the man and you having to carry the family, right? And here's the thing: these women who do go through that, guess how drained they are. I'm talking about super drained. And guess what happens? The relationship never works. But they say they're the same as men. They say they can do the same as men. They say they can, being that we're just as equal, we can do this. But yet they don't ever carry the same burden. And when it's time to carry that burden, they can't carry it because it's not meant for them to carry it. But no matter what, most of your men will know how to control their anger, and they will isolate themselves. They will distance themselves. You got to. Right, you got to, and come back with a clear mind. These women, they create all this trauma, then they don't know how to deal with it. They end up hitting their 30s, 30 and the late 30s. Oh, where did all the good men go? And this is why you're starting to see a lot more women taking antidepressants now, because a lot of these women are just depressed because, once again, all of the trauma that they built up for themselves, right? Once again, this is a byproduct of feminism, guys. I hope y'all know that, right? Where you're a woman, oh, I want to work, oh, I can get all my fulfillment out of a job, out of chasing a career that really doesn't even care about me. Look at all you feminists today, man. I'm talking about your old feminists. They regret this stuff because this is a lie that's sold to them, and now you created all this trauma that men have to deal with. But once again, this is trauma that you created, though. This is why you also hear women saying, oh, well, the reason I'm on the pole, or the reason, hey, man, I'm out here just giving the box up to any and every guy is because my uncle did so-and-so, because some man did so-and-so when I was younger, right? Once again, this is baggage. That's sadly to say that it happened to some women, but this is trauma that manifests into a stripper, that manifests into a woman that just give the box up to any and everybody. That's trauma that a lot of your women that are into OnlyFans, that are on that's into stripper now, because that's into stripping now. When you have all of these women doing that, understand a lot of them will use the excuse or say that, hey, well, listen, something happened to me in the past that made me want to do what I am doing today. But I mean, hey, listen, this is what they want to do. And then your boy Ill called out Bo for what? Because she always talking about, oh, well, when you talking about, man, your marriages and whatnot, we don't want to talk about divorce because we're always talking about something negative. But as y'all heard Bo just say, what did she just say? Oh, well, you know what, man, like, this man, I done sat over here and said, I need my other half, this, that, and the third, but this was a fantasy. I didn't need him, and I did this, and I did. And it's like, once again, Bo, you're just telling on yourself, bro. You don't like talking about divorce because you are the problem. This is why I said we need to get Bo's husband on the panel so we can hear his side of the story, because we only ever hear the woman's side of the story, and they always tell half truths, but they never tell the full truth. This is why I said we need to find a way to get that man's husband on the freaking panel, because we got some questions to ask.
Why is it that every time marriage comes up, we got to talk about divorce? If men want to be married, be married. Don't be divorced.
Okay, if I get married, what is the cost of me, checking out of the game? Potential divorce, potential dealing with a woman that might become combative. Because we can argue that in the beginning, everybody can check all of the boxes. And it's just in my experience, I think people been married for 5 to 10 years on here probably can vouch. Over time, the person that you're dealing with could be unbecoming of a wife, or there's. If y'all want me to stop, I'll stop. Go ahead. I think it's rude to do that, but go ahead.
Well, look, as far as the statement was, as far as knowing, I don't know about knowing, but you have an idea. In my opinion, most men have an idea, but you got to continue to do your research. But I think most guys have an idea.
Hey, Dara, no, I was just showing her face expression. That wasn't for you to stop talking. I was just showing her face expression to what you were saying, but you can go ahead and finish. I wasn't. She just was reacting and real animated, so I was trying to.
No, go to her, because she sounded like she got a lot to say. Go ahead.
Bohemian, did you want to give a little bit of context as to what was going on with those face expressions?
Nigga, every time we talk about marriage, you always have to talk about divorce. No one, like psychologically, we cannot think about marriage without thinking about divorce, because people keep doing it. Every single time one of these men on the internet that want to be internet famous gets on marriage, they have to talk about divorce and combative women. And I'm like I was cool. Like, y'all saw me, y'all cool. And then, you gotta think about divorce. And then combative women, people that don't want to submit and be cooperative. We could just talk about marriage. Like, if that's the goal, because literally, I think what set me off is that everything was so positive, right? Like, everybody was giving like these answers about how men view women when they first meet them. And then we have to be met with divorce. When we're talking about marriage, we're talking about marriage. Divorce is divorce. That's a completely different subject. And if you want people, especially the people who are advocating for nuclear families and marriage and women need to be wives and men need to be husbands, why keep bringing up divorce? That psychologically, that does something to people. If you keep that in the conversation, people are going to always be scared to get married. And then the things that you're talking about are null. You might as well shut the fuck up talking about marriage and just talk about divorce because you're scaring. Hear a lot on the internet that you should just stick it out. Do you know how hard that is? And we also don't know what people's relationships are like, but and it's okay that things are hard. But I think that we talk so negatively about it. We don't talk about relationships in the positive aspect and that they are also hard. Like there is positivity in the hard times. And we don't hear that. We just hear a bunch of negatives. We hear a bunch of complaining. I think that if people were more realistic and more positive in the way that they talk about relationships, that people wouldn't romanticize it. So then when the hard times come, they don't just give up. They know how to work through it, or they expect that they're going to have to work through something. So I think we just romanticize them too much.
I do understand what they're saying,
But overall, man, once again, y'all don't hear guys saying they don't need women. We understand we need women, but it's only women who has a problem with saying we need men.
Do we need men? Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do you need a man?
Oh, God.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us stupid.
Do we need men? Do we need men? Do women need men in this world? Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because we can be strong, independent women.
Do we need men?
Like, not necessarily, but like, if I can look at them, like, we need a man to look at.
Do we need men?
No!
No, why?
Nobody needs men!
Really?
We do not need men!
Why not? Why don't we need men?
Why would I need men?
So what can you get from someone else that you don't get from a man?
The only thing I can get from a man that I can't get anywhere else is dick.
Okay.
And I don't need dick.
Do we need women?
Yes.
We do. Why?
These women are awesome.
Do we need women?
Of course.
Why?
Yeah, you do need women.
They're beautiful.
Do we need women?
Women make us feel compassionate and affectionate.
Do we need women?
Of course we do.
Do we need women?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're hot.
And what else?
They're hot.
Do we need women?
I mean, shit, unless you're gay.
Do we need women?
Do we need women?
Yeah.
Yes, who's gonna do my dishes?
Yes.
Yes.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 of them are trash.
Yeah. What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation.
Right? Even though everything around them, everything that they use is created and built by men. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.